Typically, the way the session works is you have a lot of bills go through the process of the committees, and then you end up having things build towards the very end where it seems like the last day or so we pass almost every bill, but the first 30-something days we pass very few. This year we've taken a different approach. We started with day one passing up meaningful legislation on the first day, and we've continued to do that all along, making sure we have 3, 4, 5 bills on the calendar every day. That's going to help us at the end so we don't get so many things bunched up, but I think more importantly it gives us an opportunity to have those lengthy floor debates where every senator gets the chance to look at a bill, decide whether they want to amend it, ask a lot of questions, have a lot of good, healthy debate. And it takes more work, takes more time, but I think it's healthy for the process. SB 289 is the digital learning bill, and this is something I've been working on for a few years now. I had the great opportunity a number of years back to serve on the Digital Learning Council for the United States that included about 100 policymakers and people invested into the future of education. And I was fortunate enough to get appointed to that by former Governor Jeb Bush and former West Virginia Governor, Governor Wise. And so this was a bipartisan group of people interested in moving America's education system into the digital future that we all know is right before us. So with this bill, we are dramatically going to expand the opportunities for students in Georgia to learn online, digital learning. Most of the time that's going to occur in the classroom, and it's going to be a blended learning environment. So you'll have students in a classroom, many of them operating at different speeds, most of them taking different subjects, but working with teachers and coaches and mentors at their own pace. And we believe that giving all these additional opportunities through a digital format it's really going to revolutionize education in our state. We're not going to take away from what's happening now. We're simply augmenting it by bringing all this technology into the classroom. And when you look at places in our state where they can't teach physics, they can't teach Chinese, they can't teach Japanese, they can't teach a lot of things simply because they don't have the ability to pay teachers to come in for a limited number of students. This is going to revolutionize that. We are going to offer students things they've never had the chance to study before and do it in a very high quality way. All of these providers will have to meet some very high thresholds. So we really think this is one of the most important bills that we can pass this legislative year. And it gives Georgia the opportunity to become a leader in education, a place we've not been too often. SB 153 is really an effort to help support our teachers. A year or so ago, I had a number of teachers come to me and say, look, we understand these are financially difficult times, and unfortunately some teachers are being laid off in some systems. Yet on their permanent record, it's just simply saying that they've been laid off. And the next time they apply to another teaching position, unfortunately, you have some prospective employers who may look at that and say, well, I don't want to hire a teacher that's been fired elsewhere. So all this bill does, it's very simple, but it's very important. It says that if, in fact, a teacher is let go because of financial reasons and not performance reasons, it needs to say so on their permanent record so that the next employer looks at them and recognizes they weren't let go because they weren't doing a good job. They were let go strictly because of financial reasons. And we think this is going to be very supportive of our teachers. We also added to this that if, in fact, a local system does impose a furlough day, that you need to have those days on Mondays or Fridays or around a holiday so that the teachers themselves can plan their lives better, have extended weekends or extended holiday periods. We granted the authority of the local board to override that if they felt there was a compelling reason. But from a general standpoint, we would like it so that teachers, if they're sadly forced to have one of those furlough days from the local district, that district recognize that it needs to be done in conjunction with a weekend or holiday to help out the teachers. So very pro-teacher bill, and we need to support our educators, and they have an extremely difficult job, and where we can help them, we need to help them.